I borrow it.
Okay, we got you.
Got this one going.
Huh?
If that helps you take that one, that's what I'm gonna do to this one.
You're all right.
Okay.
Our visitors, the Central Catholic Knights, leading off, shortstop number 9, that's a Gutwein. Batting second, first baseman number 10, Lucas Gerke. Batting third, right fielder number 20, Caden Minnick. Batting fourth, center fielder number 33, Brent Robbins. Batting fifth, catcher number 3, Jackson Kane. Batting sixth, DHing for the pitcher number 14, Brennan Gerke, number 34, Keith Brooks. Batting seventh, third baseman number 30, Gus Sandberg. Batting eighth, left fielder number 41, Isaac Suppinger. And batting ninth, second baseman number 17, Gavin Patel. And leading off for the Bombers, shortstop number 6, Cade Rowland. Batting second, right fielder number 1, Jace O'Neill. Batting third, the pitcher number 8, Caden Armstrong. Hitting cleanup, the second baseman number 9, Caden Webb. Hitting fifth, first baseman number 4, Danny Marlowe. Batting sixth, playing third, number 24, Riker Woodema. Batting seventh, catcher, number 15, Jackson Jones. Batting eighth, playing left, number 10, Diego Hernandez Reyes. And batting ninth, center fielder, number 11, Casey Chandler. Hello, everyone, please rise to the playing of the national anthem.
Hey guys. Guys, hey, you want that back? Thanks. Good evening. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Rensselaer Central High School. Running a little bit short on time. First pitch right here. Inside, going to be hit by pitch. Hudson Gutwine. Hudson Gutwine going to jog down to first base. And had a difficulty getting here. Got to admit, the time zone change kind of caught me by surprise. That's a bummer, but I hope it works out well. So the Knights have one on base here in the top of the first inning. Peering in, looking at signals. Rensselaer Central on the pitcher's mound. Right here is Caden Armstrong. Pickoff move, first base, back safely. Standing up is Gutwine. Good pitch back on the rubber. We'll mention Rensselaer Central dressed in white uniforms with the sleeves in red. Their collar scheme red and white. We'll talk about the schools here in just a bit. Pitch comes in, a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Nice atmosphere up here. Got some gentlemen to my right. They're keeping the scoreboard. They're doing the PA. They welcomed me nicely when I got here. And that was nice. Pitch comes in outside, ball 3. Lucas Gerke in the batter's box. Working from the stretch, now a set. Here comes the pitch from Armstrong. Outside edge, strike called. So Armstrong climbing back in the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. How the set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, foul back, out of play, right side. Left-handed batter. Lucas Gerke. Try to get this stuff taped down here. He'll step back in, left-handed batter. He'll step in, runner at first base, Hudson Gutwine. He was hit by pitch. Peering in, looking at signals. It's Caden Armstrong. Here comes the 3-1. Ground ball, left side, third base. Can be fielded by the third baseman. He'll throw across the diamond. He'll get the put out. Rounding second base, sliding into third base is Hudson Gutwine. Good play there at third base from Riker Woodema across the diamond to Daniel Marlowe. There's 1 out here in the top of the first inning. So peering in, looking at signals. Next batter steps in, Caden Minnick. Caden Minnick wears number 20. He's a senior class member. First pitch from Armstrong, just a bit up above the zone. He'll step back in. Left-handed batter, Caden Minnick. Working from a stretch, now the set. He'll check third base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. He'll step back in. 1-1 count to Minnick. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Third base once again. Going to be fielded right there by Riker Woodema. They throw across the diamond. There are 2 out here in the top of the first inning. So running at third base is Hudson Gutwine. Next batter going to step in. It's number 33, Bryn Robbins. Bryn Robbins, another senior class member. He'll step in, right-handed batter's box. Peering in, looking at signals. Now out of the stretch. First pitch to Robbins. Low and away. Going to have a hard time catching. It might be a wild pitch. Coming in to score from third base is Gutwine. Count goes 1-0 to Robbins. So nobody on. 1 ball, no strikes. 4-hitter Bryn Robbins in the batter's box. Beautiful field right here at Rensselaer Central. Right across the way, some football activity over there in the fall. Strike comes in. Count goes 1-1. Wasn't too long ago, Jackson Anthrop playing his senior year. Rensselaer Central and Central Catholic. Rensselaer Central got the win. That's the coldest football game I ever attended. Going to go out of play. Right side, count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bryn Robbins, right-handed batter's box. Choked up just a little bit off that knob. So peering in, looking at signals. Caden Armstrong going to set up outside half. Breaking pitch. He'll get a piece of it. They go right side, foul ball. Just staying in the count right there is Bryn Robbins. So he'll step back in, a 1-2 count. Bryn Robbins, 1-2, 2 out. Top of the first inning. 1 run in. Working from the windup, Caden Armstrong. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside a ball. Count goes even at 2-2. Bryn Robbins checking with the umpire, double checking the count there. Always good to know the count. Peering in, looking at signals out of the windup. Here comes the pitch, the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way to Bryn Robbins. Working from the windup. Peering in, looking at signals. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Robbins jogs to first base. Going to work it right there. Next batter, the 5-hitter, Jackson Kane. Got the wind blowing right here. We'll get these taped down. Fortunate enough to be in the press box. Stepping in, right-handed batter. Jackson Kane. Runner aboard first base, Bryn Robbins. Top of the first inning, 1 run in. Out of the stretch, now the set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, taken off for second base. He'll slide in unnecessarily, and Robbins is at second base. Bryn Robbins on the season going to pick up stolen base number 7. He has been thrown out 1 time. Out of the set, checks second base. Here comes the pitch. High and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jackson Kane, junior class member. Jackson Kane, you can tell he pretty much lives in the weight room. Pretty bulky young man, carries the football. Pickoff move, second base, back safely, head first. Here's Robbins. And he'll step back in the rubber is Caden Armstrong. Dangling that right arm, looks just like a pitcher. Here comes a pitch. Foul ball, out of play. Count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Knights batting top of the first inning. A 2-game set. They're talking about rain tomorrow. We'll have to see. Peering in, looking at signals. Caden Armstrong. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. He'll take it to left center. Going to back up the right fielder, and it's going to go out of here. Jackson Kane, a good stroke. He'll take it out to right center, just right of the scoreboard. Had some air under it. You wondered if it was going to have enough length, and it did. So Jackson Kane jogs in, a 2 RBI round tripper. The Knights are up 3-0 here in the top of the first inning. So Jackson Kane gets a hand clap, and I'm sure he's happy for that. So next batter going to step in for the Knights, 34, Keaton Brooks. Keaton Brooks, left-handed batter's box, senior class member. Brooks is the DH in today's ball game. Steps in, working from the windup, Caden Armstrong. Here comes first pitch to Brooks. Fouled back to the screen, just underneath the baseball. So they'll work it from there. Thank you very much. So Brooks going to step in, left-handed batter's box. Here comes a pitch inside, going to get by the glove. Difficult pitch to handle. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Going to step back in. Keaton Brooks, left-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch from Armstrong. Swung on, he'll pop one up. Center field coming in to make the catch. Cason Shanley. And Cason Shanley makes the grab. There are 3 out on the Knights here in the top of the first. We'll mention the Knights come up with 3 runs. The Knights will go out and play defensively. And we'll talk about each school. We'll mention a little bit about the visiting team on the scoreboard. That's the Knights. Central Catholic Knights have a school enrollment of 296. They're Class 1A, Sectional 54. There are 6 in their sectional. In their sectional is Attica, Covington, Fountain Central, Lafayette Central Catholic, North Vermilion, and Riverton Park. The principal at Central Catholic High School is Daryl Beck. The athletic director is Tim Bourdonnais. The assistant athletic director is Charlie Roberts. Central Catholic High School is located at 2410 South 9th Street, Lafayette, Indiana, 47909. You can dial them up by telephone at 765-474-2496. On the web, it's lccathletics.com. They wear the collars navy, blue, and white. They're in the Hoosier Conference. There are 2 divisions in the Hoosier Conference. There's an East and a West. In the East, it's Western, Northwestern, Hamilton Heights, Tipton. In the West, it's Central Catholic, Rensselaer Central, Twin Lakes, West Lafayette, Benton Central. The Knights on the season, they're currently 10 wins, 4 losses. They're 5 wins, 0 losses in the Hoosier West. The head coach is Tim Bourdonnais. Tim Bourdonnais is a 1987 graduate from Central Catholic High School. Next game on the agenda after this one, it's supposed to be tomorrow, Tuesday, the 23rd of April, 6 p.m. start. If the Mother Nature allows it, it'll be at Central Catholic. Rensselaer Central will travel to Central Catholic. That'll be another conference game. We'll also mention coming up Thursday and Friday, the Knights on the 25th, that's Thursday, a 6 o'clock start. Lafayette Central Catholic will travel to Northwestern and play on that synthetic field turf. And then on Friday, Central Catholic will travel to Rossville. That'll be a 5:30 start, Friday the 26th. So on the pitcher's rubber, getting loose right now is Jonah Gerke. Jonah Gerke wears number 14. Jonah Gerke is a freshman. He's 6'3", 165. Pitcher and an outfielder. He's got one inning under his belt so far this year. He got 2 appearances. This will be appearance number 3. He has faced 7 batters. He has thrown a total of 24 pitches. He's allowed 1 hit. He's allowed 2 runs. 2 of those runs were earned. He has walked 3 batters. Stepping in, first batter for Rensselaer Central, going to be number 6, Caden Rowland. Caden Rowland going to step in. Right-handed batter's box. Jonah Gerke looking over that glove from the windup. First pitch. Outside and high, ball 1. Caden Rowland. Caden Rowland wears number 6. He's a member of the senior class. Here comes the second pitch from Gerke. Swung on, he'll pop it up on the infield. Going to be called for by Hudson Gutwine. He'll catch it at the back lip of the grass. There's 1 out. So next batter going to step in for the Bombers. Going to be the 2-hitter, number 1, Jace O'Neal. Jace O'Neal playing right field in today's ball game. Another right-handed batter stepping in. A little bit of a closed stance. Pretty much of an instep. First pitch from Gerke. Swung on, foul ball, right side against the screen. Knights occupying the first base dugout, and the Rensselaer Central Bombers occupying their third base dugout. Here comes the wind. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, third base. Fielded there by Gus Sandberg. He'll throw across the diamond. He'll get the put out, and a good stretch right there at first base by Gerke. There at first base is Lucas Gerke. He's a bit younger than Jonah. Not much. Lucas Gerke, we'll mention. He's a junior class member. There are 2 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Next batter going to step in, number 8. He's the 3-hitter. That's Caden Armstrong. Right-handed batter. Right-handed pitcher. He does the pitching in this ball game. First pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Let's step back in. Right-handed batter, Caden Armstrong. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. Nice block by Jackson Kane. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the windup, here's the pitch. Outside a ball. Count goes 2-1 to Caden Armstrong. Got to mention there are 3 Cadens on this Rensselaer Central Bombers baseball team. They all spell their name differently. Ground ball, shortstop, backhand by Gutwine to throw across the diamond. He'll get the put out at first base with Lucas Gerke. So 1 inning has gone by. Knights in front, 3-0. And we'll talk about the Rensselaer Central Bombers. Rensselaer Central Bombers, they have a school enrollment of 521. They're Class 3A, Sectional 17. Rensselaer Central has 8 teams in their sectional, and they are Andrean, Boone Grove, Calumet, Griffith, Hanover Central, Highland, Rensselaer Central Bombers, and River Forest. The principal at Rensselaer Central High School is Andrew Jones. The athletic director, he was most instrumental for putting me in sports I really enjoy, Mr. Kenneth Hickman. And the athletic trainer is Carriel Hoagland. And the athletic secretary is Katie Bellew. Bellew, is that right? What is it? Okay, perfect. She was instrumental too. Got some email from her today. And you guys football players, ain't you? I'll drop that cap right there. I appreciate you guys helping me, man. You guys are great. That's gonna be ain't playing out there. Hurt? You're all players out here? You look like you ought to be. Did I drop something? Did something blow out?
No, I'm just seeing that lineup.
This one?
Yeah.
Are you get back? You do, don't you? Okay, 7 hitters, 30. Okay.
Good.
Yeah. No, it ain't good, but I'll figure it out. So the Knights going to bat here in the top of the second. I tell you what, nice guys here. They're all on the baseball team, but they're unable to play at the moment. But they're going to get back in shape. I tell you what, a young man can get back in shape in a hurry. I remember those days. So it's warming up again. It's Caden Armstrong. He was number 8. He's the pitcher for Rensselaer Central. The catcher is number 15, Jackson Jones. At first base, number 4, Daniel Marlowe. At second base, number 9, Caden Webb. At shortstop, shortstop is Caden Rowland. Caden Rowland is the one hitter. He wears number 6. He's at shortstop. And at third base, Riker Woodema. He wears number 24. In left field, number 10, Diego Reyes. Yeah, that's right, Reyes. Pardon? Reyes. And in center field, number 11, Kason Shanley. And then first pitch comes in. Sandberg going to pop it up to center field, going to back him up. Wind's going to blow it. It's going to be on the warning track. The ball went a long way. Difficult to see the distance from straight behind home plate. And Gus Sandberg stands in there with a double. So also in right field is Mr. O'Neill, and he wears number 1. So stepping into bat is Isaac Seppinger. Isaac Seppinger working from a stretch. Now the set. Modest lead at second base. He's going to square the bunt. Ball comes in outside. He pulls the bat back. Ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Stepping back in. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the set. He'll check second base. Here's the pitch. He's going to square the bunt. Above the zone, he'll pull the bat back. Ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the second inning. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the set. Caden Armstrong. Pitch comes in low. Ball 3. Gus Sandberg got himself aboard. 2-base hit to center field. Backed up Kason Shanley. Couldn't make a catch. Hits the warning track in the air. Pitch comes in, squaring the bunt, pulls the bat back, ball 4. So Isaac Seppinger is at first base. Next batter going to step in for the Knights. Number 17, Gavin Buttel. Gavin Buttel, third baseman. Stepping into bat. Working from the stretch. Now the set is Armstrong. Here comes the pitch. Squaring the bunt. Might have offered. He's going to say yes, he did. Offered. The ball was a little bit high and outside. And Buttel might have thought he got the bat back. Might have checked with the umpire there. Umpire says, yes, we didn't need help. Count goes 0-1. He's got 2 more. Steps back in, right-handed batter's box. Runners at first and second base. Nobody out. He'll square the bunt again. Buttel. He'll get a bunt first baseline. He'll be tagged by the first baseman, Daniel Marlowe. That was a bang-bang play to make the tag. Ball traveled maybe about 15 feet from home plate. Marlowe was covering the bunt well. Dangerously, but well. So moves the runners, second, third base, sacrifice bunt, successful for Gavin Buttel. Stepping in, second time in the lineup, Hudson Gutwine. Hudson Gutwine steps in, right-handed batter. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Hit by pitch. Gutwine acts like nothing happened. You're going to jog down to first base. Hudson Gutwine going to be hit by pitch for the 7th time this season. 7 times Gutwine has been hit by pitch. Last year, the most any Knight got hit was 9 in the whole season. Stepping in, Lucas Kirky. Here's the pitch. Swung on, base hit to left field. Going to bounce once. Picked up on the bounce by Reyes. Base hit off the bat, Lucas Kirky. Top of the second inning, bases loaded, nobody out. Next batter going to step in, number 20, Caden. I take that back, 1 out, sacrifice bunt. 1 out in the inning. And stepping in is Caden Minnick. Caden Minnick, senior class member. Caden Minnick working from the stretch. Now it's set. Here comes the pitch from Armstrong, outside of ball. A little bit of a tail there. I don't know if a high schooler can throw a screwball, but that ball did tail. Working from the left-handed batter's box, Caden Minnick. Out of the set, Caden Armstrong. Here comes the pitch. Going to be a base hit over second base. Going to get to the outfield. Picked up in center field by Cason Shanley. 2 runs going to score. Throw comes in. Nice throw. They're going to go to third base. Put the tag on him. He's going to be called out at third base. That was the lead runner. That was Hudson Gutwine. So Gutwine going to jog off the diamond. There are 2 out. And a 2 RBI single off the bat of Caden Minnick. So Knights have 3 in here in the inning. Next batter going to step in, Bren Robbins. Bren Robbins, right-handed batter's box. Bren Robbins, 14 games. Batting .419 on the season. Pickoff move, first base back safely is Minnick. Applying the tag is Daniel Marlowe. Bren Robbins, 5'10", 195. He's a pitcher and an outfielder. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of stretch, Caden Armstrong. Here comes the pitch. Taking off for second base is Minnick. Going to be no throw. Be a stolen base for Caden Minnick. Caden Minnick on the season has 4 stolen bases, but he's been caught stealing 4 times. 2 of those times were in rundowns. Working out of stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch to Robbins. Low and a good block. Good block by Jackson Jones, the catcher. Saved the base right there. Jackson Jones, where's number 15? He's a member of the freshman class. He got a lot of upside. Out of the set, your pickoff move. Second base, no throw. So we'll step back in the rubber. Caden Armstrong, 2 out, top of the second inning. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the set. Armstrong checks second base. Here comes the pickoff move again. It's going to be held still right there, actually off the body of Minnick. Kept it from going any further. So back safely, head first is Caden Minnick. 2 balls, no strikes to Bren Robbins. A little bit of a closed stance. Peering in, looking at signals. It's Caden Armstrong. Out of the set, he'll check second. Here comes the 2-0. Swung on, fouled back to the screen, right straight back. Just underneath the baseball is Bren Robbins. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bren Robbins entering this ball game, 52 plate appearances, 43 at-bats. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Armstrong. Right down meridian, strike called. Fastball. Count goes even at 2-2. Bren Robbins, as mentioned, .419 batting average, .490 on base. Bren Robbins leads the team with 18 hits. Out of the set, here's the pitch. Inside and tight, going to be a hit by pitch. So 2-2 count, he'll jog to first base. Like nothing happened, he'll put that sliding mitt on. Knights have runners on first and second base. Next batter in the lineup, going to be Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane, a 2 RBI home run to left center field, his first time up. He'll step in, right-handed batter's box. Peering in, looking at signals. Caden Armstrong, out of the set, he'll check second base. Pickoff move, second base. Back safely. Caden Armstrong, he'll step back on the pitcher's mound and back in the rubber. 2 runners aboard, first and second base for the Knights. Jackson Kane in the batter's box. Right-handed batter, here's the pitch. Going to go back to the screen. Runners are going to move up 90 feet. With 2 outs, Knights have runners at second and third base. So Jackson Kane, he's a junior class member. He's played in all 14 games, 51 plate appearances, 41 at-bats. He's batting .220. He's got an on-base percentage of .333. He's got 10 hits on the season. Just picked up his first home run last at-bat. Pitch comes in high for a ball. Count goes 2-0. Jackson Kane, 10 hits, 6 are singles, 3 are doubles, and 1 home run. Steps back in, working from the pitcher's rubber right there. Going to be a hit by pitch, I believe so. And then double check here. Might be a foul ball. Foul ball off the bat. Tell you what, last week I was umpiring. Don't happen often. I was at Zionsville. Right-handed batter. Foul ball off the bottom of the knob. And I'll tell you what, they're on deck batter. Didn't quite believe it. Working from a stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out. Top of the second inning. 2s are wild. Working from a stretch. Peering in, looking at signals. Now out of the set. Here comes the 2-2 to Jackson. Swing and a miss. We'll go down swinging. There are 3 outs. The Knights leave 2 on base. Knights come up with 3 runs here in the top half of the second inning. And then we'll go ahead and finish this up. Rensselaer Central. Rensselaer Central High School is located at 1106 East Gray Street, Rensselaer, Indiana, 47978. Rensselaer Central, on the web, you can find them at rensselaercentral.com. They wear the collars red and black. They also perform in the Hoosier Conference. Rensselaer Central Bombers in the West Division. Rensselaer Central Bombers, will mention their head coach is Jared Courtney. Jared Courtney, will mention, instrumental for Put Me in Sports. Thankful for his help. We'll also mention next game on the agenda. As mentioned, it's supposed to be with Central Catholic tomorrow at Central Catholic, 6 o'clock start, if Mother Nature provides. And we'll also mention next Monday, the 29th, 5:30 start, West Lafayette will be here with Rensselaer Central. And then on Tuesday, the 30th, 5:45 start is what I got from Max Preps. Rensselaer Central will travel to West Lafayette, play at that nice baseball off campus. That baseball field looks good. It is chlorophylled. The dirt is nice, about as nice as it is here at Rensselaer Central. So we'll mention around the diamond for the Knights. Jonah Gerke doing the pitching. Where's number 14, Jackson Kane? He'll do the catching. Number 3, first base, Lucas Gerke. Number 10. Number 11 is at second base. We believe so. Mikey Stapleton. Hudson Gutwein, number 9. I might have that incorrect at second base. Hudson Gutwein, number 9 at shortstop. Gus Sandberg, number 30, is at third base. In left field, 41, Isaac Seppinger. In center field, 33, Bren Robbins. And in right field, number 20, Caden Minnick. So getting ready to bat in the bottom half of the second inning. Rensselaer Central Bombers getting ready to step in. First batter is going to be the 4-hitter, number 9, Caden Webb. Caden Webb playing second base for Coach Courtney. Here comes the pitch from Gerke, just above the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The wind pretty much blowing in, judging by that American flag over the scoreboard. Pitch comes in, about this Memorex pitch, ball 2. Jonah Gerke, freshman athlete, get an opportunity to play baseball here at the pitcher's rubber as a freshman. Pitch comes in just above the zone, ball 3. Trying to find that release point. Jonah Gerke kind of letting the ball go a little bit early. Peering in, looking at signals out of the windup. Here comes the 3-0. Outside edge, strike called. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bren Robbins playing him to pull the baseball there in center field. Here comes the 3-1. Swung on, left field. Going to have some air under it, making a catch in left field is Seppinger. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. So next batter going to step in. It's going to be the 5-hitter, number 4, Daniel Marlowe. Daniel Marlowe playing first base for the Bombers. Another right-handed batter. Peering in, looking at signals. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Bit upstairs, ball one. 1 ball, no strike, stepping back in. Daniel Marlowe, the first baseman. Here comes the second pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Marlowe doesn't even get out of the box. Game moves along when you stay close to home plate when you're batting. Pitch comes in, strike called. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Peering in over the glove. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Gerke. A bit low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. You're going to step back in. Peering in, looking at signals. Jonah Gerke. Here comes the 3-1. A bit high, ball 4. So jogging down to first base is number 4, Daniel Marlowe. He'll remove the batting gloves. Wouldn't want to get those dirty, and that's a fact. Might have a separate set of batting gloves to slide with if you don't use a mitt. Next batter going to step in, 6-hitter, number 24, Riker Woodema. Riker Woodema, third base. Heard public address say Woodema. I was happy to hear that pronunciation. Pitch comes in, outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Marlowe is at first base. Back in the rubber. Look at first base out of the stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Might have been an off-speed pitch from Gerke. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. Working from a stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Outside edge. Trying to reach it. Count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Out of the stretch, checks first base. Now the set. Here comes the 1-2. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stepping back in. Right-handed batter's box. Looking at first base out of the stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Gonna be a foul tip in the glove. Jackson Kane holds it. It's a strikeout, swinging, and there are 2 out. Next batter going to step in, 7-hitter. Number 15, Jackson Jones. Jackson Jones is the catcher for the Bombers. We're going to have a stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch finished above the zone. Ball 1. Stepping back in. 15, Jackson Jones. Pitching out a stretch. A set. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. Count goes 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Jackson Jones, also a freshman. We've mentioned that. He's a freshman catcher. Jackson Jones also listed as a pitcher. Low and a ball 3 across the dish. Just low. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 aboard for the Bombers. Bottom of the second inning, Knights got 3 runs in the first and the second. Here comes the pitch. Right down meridian, strike call. Take pitch all the way for Jackson Jones. May see a good pitch right here. Jones may see the best pitch of the at-bat right here. Nope, not going to be the worst pitch. You're going to get hit by pitch. You're going to jog down to first base, but he acts like nothing ever happened. Pretty strong young man. So bases, 2 on base, first and second base. Next batter in the lineup going to be the 8-hitter, number 10, Diego Hernandez Reyes. So he'll step in, another right-handed batter. Step in. You can tell he's got some fluent arms there. You got a fluent swing. Here comes the pitch. Outside a ball. Good block by Jackson Kane. Kept the runners still. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 aboard for the Bombers. 1 runner in scoring position. 8-hitter, Diego Reyes. Here comes the second pitch. Swing and a miss. Jonah Gerke, he just looks comfortable right there on the rubber as he takes the ball back from Jackson Kane. Walks back up, gets in, stretch, now the set. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Reyes. A bit above the zone, ball 2. 2-1 count. 8-hitter. He wears number 10, Diego Hernandez Reyes. Steps back in, straightaway stance. Wearing those Nike cleats, look a bit like Michael Jordan collar. Pickoff move, back safely. Michael Jordan, he started out wearing those type of basketball shoes, and they made him stop wearing them. They didn't allow the collar scheme, I guess. And they found out Michael Jordan, that was his rookie year when he was drafted in '85. But he had to quit wearing them. I think he came back to wearing something close. Stepping back in is Reyes. Peering in, looking at signals out of the stretch. Now the set. Checks it again. Here comes the 2-1 foul ball. Going to get off the mask of Jackson Kane. Home plate umpire checks, make sure he's okay. I'm sure he is. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second base. Going to get a pretty good lead there at first. Not holding him on. Gerke at first base. Lucas Gerke not holding him on. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in high for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 runners aboard for the Bombers. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the stretch. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Swing and miss, strike 3. So the Knights get out of the inning. Jonah Gerke records a strikeout. And at the end of 2, Knights 6, Bombers 0. Knights going to come to the plate here. They're having a powwow out in front of the Knights dugout. And we'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Thomas Docks. Thomas Docks Incorporated. They have high quality, custom built waterfront products and services. Docks, boat lifts, seawalls, dock accessories, marine services, etc. Thomas Docks Incorporated. You can reach them on the web at thomasdocks.com. They are located at 20799 Riverwood Avenue, Noblesville, Indiana 46062. Thomas Docks, locally owned and operated since 1993. You can reach them by telephone at 317-774-3790. That's 317-774-3790. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or by appointment. Thomas Docks, choose the company that has the equipment to maintain and service new and existing waterfront projects. They work in Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, and Kentucky with capabilities to work all across the United States. That's Thomas Docks. Noblesville. So getting warm-up tosses right there is Caden Armstrong. Caden Armstrong wears number 8. Caden Armstrong is a member of the senior class. Caden Armstrong enters this ball game with 7 1/3 innings under his belt. This is game appearance number 4. This is start number 3. Entering this game, he had faced 49 batters. So the Knights getting ready to bat here in the top of the 3rd inning. First batter going to step in here momentarily is going to be number 34, Keaton Brooks. Keaton Brooks is the designated hitter. He's batting in place of the pitcher, number 14, Jonah Gerke. Keaton Brooks on the season in 13 ball games, 40 plate appearances, 32 at-bats. He's batting .219. He's got an on-base percentage of .359. He has 7 hits, 5 are singles, 2 are doubles. He got 4 RBI. He scored 6 runs. He's walked 7 times. He has 21 quality at bats. Stepping in, left-handed batter, Keaton Brooks. Working from the windup, Caden Armstrong. Here comes the first pitch, top of the third. Inside edge, knee high, called strike. No balls, one strike. Still early going here at Rensselaer Central. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. One ball, one strike. Gus Sandberg is on deck. First batter here in the top of the third inning, Keaton Brooks. Out of the wind, here comes the pitch from Armstrong. Swung on, he's to pop one up. On the infield, it's called for by the first baseman. Not going to make the catch. Keaton Brooks is going to get caught in a rundown between first and second base. He rounded first base. The ball was dropped by the first baseman, Marlowe. And then by that time, Keaton Brooks was in no man's land. So one out. One out on the diamond. Stepping in is Gus Sandberg. Sandberg, right-handed batter. Sandberg steps in. He's played in 6 ball games, 16 plate appearances, 14 at-bats. Here comes the pitch. Might have looked good. Ball 1. Inside edge. Some umpires won't call the inside edge. It's a hard pitch to get around on. And here comes the pitch. I should say severely inside. Ball 2. Gus Sandberg, 2-0 count. Right-handed batter steps back in. Working from the windup. Here comes the pitch from Armstrong. Rocket shot to left field. Gets immediately to the left field outfield. About a 4-foot rope. Wasn't going to be a shot at third base for Woodema. And a base hit for Gus Sandberg. Finds himself at first base. That was a sweet spot all the way on that aluminum bat. Stepping in. It's going to be the 8-hitter, number 41, Isaac Seppinger. Peering in, looking at signals, out of the stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, just foul at first base. Playing the baseball was Daniel Marlowe. No balls, one strike. So, no balls, one strike. Steps back in. Left-handed batter's box. We're going to have a stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch from Armstrong. Right across the dish. Knee high, called strike. Count goes 0-2. Signals given. Coach Bourdonnais at third base. Stepping back in is Seppinger. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the set. Long set. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch. Just missed. Pretty good placement. Not quite good enough. It broke across close to the plate, but inside to Seppinger. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the set. Here comes a pitch. Going to be a pickoff move. At first base, going to get by the first baseman, Marlowe. Going to go back to the foul fence. And Gus Sandberg's going to round second base, headed for third base, and he's going to get tagged out at third base. So 2 outs on the diamond, and bases are empty. So Seppinger's going to step back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out here in the top of the third inning. Peering in, holding umpire's going to hold the game up just a second. Going to allow everybody to get placement. Center fielder wasn't quite in position. Now here we go. We're going from the windup. Here comes the pitch. High for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Peering in, looking at signals. Caden Armstrong, here comes the 2-2. Swung on, ground ball. First base, backhanded. Daniel Marlowe makes the play. There are 3 out in the top of the third inning. So the Knights leave nobody on base. And the Knights come up with no runs in the top of the third inning. And at the end of 2.5, Knights 6, Bombers 0. We'll also mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage, Arcadia, Indiana. indoor, outdoor storage with flex storage availability. You can call to reserve space for that safe and secure storage space location. That's in Arcadia. Indoor storage for your boats, RVs, or your precious automobiles. Could be a Corvette, a Mercedes, a Jaguar, a Lexus, about anything we'll mention. Or they do have outside storage always available. To contact Arcadia Industrial Park and Self Storage, simply go online at www.aipsindiana.com. Again, that's aipsindiana.com. Or to call them by phone, 317 774 1500. Again, their number is 317 774 1500. That's Arcadia Self-Storage. So they're getting some warm-up tosses there. Jonah Gerke, I think they're ready to go. And then next batter going to step in for the Bombers. Going to be number 11. He's a 9-hitter. Cason Shanley. Cason Shanley playing center field for the Bombers. To step in, right-handed batter's box. Peering in, looking at signals. Over the glove, here comes the wind. First pitch to Shanley. Upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike, straightaway stance. Shanley's got those all black steel spikes. Pitch comes in above the zone, ball 2. Those black steel spikes, I don't see any logos on the sides. That reminds me of the Cincinnati Reds. The big red machine. Here comes the pitch. Inside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Shanley, where's number 11? Shanley, a member of the junior class. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. Right down meridian. Take pitch. Count goes 3-1. Shanley going to step back in. Peering over the glove, out of the windup. Both feet on the rubber. Here comes the wind and the 3-1 pitch. He'll take one out of play right side. 3-2 count to Shanley. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Steps back in. Out of the wind, here comes the 3-2. Low for ball 4. So you're going to jog down to first base. Shanley is aboard, first batter here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And we're going to see number 6, Caden Rowland, shortstop. He's the 1-hitter. He's played in 8 ball games, 26 plate appearances, 19 at-bats. He's got an on-base percentage above 290. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, high and away, ball 1. Shanley is at first base. Cason Shanley, he's a center fielder. Where's number 11? Getting a pretty good size lead right there. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Stepping back in. 1 hitter for the Bombers, Caden Rowland. Out of the set, here comes the pitch from Gerke. Swung on, he'll fly one to the outfield. He'll get the gap, and it's going to be cut off right there and caught. Airborne by Bryn Robbins. He travels a long way from center field. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Next batter going to step in. It's going to be number 1, Jace O'Neill. Jace O'Neill, right fielder. Bats in the 2nd position. Jace O'Neill, here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Checking signals. 3rd base coach steps back in. Straightaway stance. Working from the stretch is Gerke. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Strike called. Broke right across the dish. Finished low and away. Count goes 0-2 to the 2-hitter, Jace O'Neill. Working out a stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch. He'll take one back up the middle. Base hit. Going to go into right field. Couple hops. Picked up there by Bren Robbins. Kept the ball in front of him. He'll toss it in. Cutoff. Hudson Gutwein at shortstop. So the Bombers have 2 aboard. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, there's 1 out. 2 aboard, first and second base. Next batter going to step in for the Bombers, number 8, Caden Armstrong. He is the pitcher, going to try to help himself with this at bat. He's got a duck on the pond at second base. A scoring, possible scoring run. And at first base, he got runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, base hit between shortstop and third base. Going to get by the glove of Seppinger in left field, up against the wall. Going to score 1 run. Pitch going to come to the plate, a little bit tall. Jackson fields it, goes to third base. And we got an injury out at shortstop position. We'll hope it's not too bad. We'll hope it's just a sprained ankle, a turned ankle or something. We don't want it to be anything to do with an A, a C, and an L. So he's going to walk off. We'll hope it's just a sprained ankle. 2 RBI off the bat of Caden Armstrong. And he's going to get caught between second and third. He'll be tagged out. But he was down on the surface there in front of where the shortstop would be playing when they tagged him. We'll hope he's okay. Athletic trainer right here is Terriel Hoagland. We'll hope they can do some good right there for Armstrong. Next pitch comes in, Jonah Gerke, outside edge, strike called. Batter in the box is the 4-hitter, number 9, Caden Webb. Caden Webb, second baseman. Working from the windup, here's the pitch. Pitch comes in low, blocking the baseball once again is Jackson Kane. He'll step back in, tap the plate. Caden Webb, second baseman, here's the pitch. He'll take 1 base hit over second base. 1 hop in the glove of Caden Minnick. And getting himself aboard with a base hit. The 4-hitter, number 9, Caden Webb. So coach going to come in, make an adjustment. And stepping into bat. It's going to be the 5-hitter, number 4, Daniel Marlowe, first baseman. Daniel Marlowe, 7 games played, 18 plate appearances, 13 at-bats. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. Right-handed batter's box. Working out a stretch, now it's set. Gerke, here's the pitch. Going to call an outside edge. Count goes even at 1-1. Runner aboard at first base. Caden Webb. Bombers have 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Swung on, base hit, left field. Couple bounces. Seppinger going to pick it up. Toss it back in to Hudson Gutwein. 2 runners aboard, first and second base. Knights have some bullpen activity down the first baseline there in the corner. They're warming up a left-hander. Stepping in. Number 24, the 6-hitter, Riker Woodema. Woodema plays third base. Out of the set. Jonah Gerke, here's the pitch. Foul ball, back to the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Diego Hernandez Reyes is on deck. Right-handed batter's box. Peering in, looking at signals. Jonah Gerke, out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Foul 1, back to the screen again. Count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Riker Woodema, where's number 24? Right-handed batter can step off the back. Does Gerke. Gerke not quite ready to pitch. Pitcher kind of controls the pace of the game for the most part. Out of set. Here comes the 0-2. Swinging a foul ball. And I'm a little bit peculiar there. I thought that might have been a catcher's tip glove. If it was, I think Jackson would have spoke up. So the count remains 0-2. Right-handed batter's box. Out of set, check second base. The 0-2 pitch again. Breaking pitch, low for a ball. And good patience in the box for Riker Woodema. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6-2 ball game. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Gonna pop one up. Gonna float out of play right side. Looks like they have some track activity over there. Track meet. Peering in, looking at singles. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Out of the set, check second base. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. Breaking pitch. Riker Woodema picking up that breaking pitch pretty well. Out of that right hand of Gerke. Peering in, looking at singles. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. Woodema climbs back in the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out. Bottom of the third. Bombers have 2 runs in here in the inning. Peering in, looking at singles. Now out of the set. Here's the pitch. I'm going to say that's above the zone, evidently. He was fouling them off. But my goodness. So, bases are now loaded. Runners on each base. Jackson going to walk out as Coach Bourdonnais walks out to the pitcher's rubber. Going to meet with his infield. And again, we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by AGM Auto, LLC. That's in Arcadia. AGM Auto is located 1 mile west of Arcadia on 266th Street. That's in Hamilton County. The future of your automobile is in good hands when you put your trust with the guys at AGM. AGM Auto, you can contact them at 317-984-5283. Again, that's 317-984-5283. So getting ready back for live play here. Bases loaded, 2 out. Bottom of the third inning. It's a 6-2 ball game. Jonah Gerke working from a stretch. Peering in, looking at signals from Jackson Kane. Out of the set. Time called. A right-handed batter's box. So he's going to step back in. Jackson Jones. Jackson Jones wears number 15. He's a 7-hitter. He does the catching. Out of the set, here's the pitch. Checks his swing and a call to strike. It's a called strike. Look kind of low and away. Steps back in, no balls, 1 strike. Peering in, looking at signals. Jonah Gerke. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Going to pop one up. It's going to be playable. It's going to float to right field, but it's going to be caught by the second baseman. 3rd out recorded. And the Knights get out of the inning. And the Bombers leave 3 aboard here in the inning. They're going to walk back in. And they're working it right there.
And our
Who? Number 17, Gavin.
oh, okay, thanks. In 9 and 24 switched.
Yeah, they messed up our card. Riker, what about?
Oh, 9 and 24. Our third baseman is our second baseman. So where's our right here? So this is Riker. Go ahead. Go ahead. You talking to my microphone, man. I don't care.
Oh, you're good.
It's a messed up game, man. I got here 2 minutes before the game started. You know why? Because my AT&T clock, all of them switched to your time. I thought it was 4:30 when I got here. I thought I had all kinds of time to get ready. Bummer. Just a little late.
My clock was right. Or my phone clock.
Yeah, it's making some notes for you guys and stuff. Look at all this extra writing I did. So you do this before every game? Yeah. So will you be at the game tomorrow night? Oh, I do. Central Cal. Yeah, I will. Yeah, if it doesn't rain. I'll be to the next game with them. Definitely. Yeah. Do you do this for them all the time then? 10th year. I do. Free. I enjoy doing it. Oh, I do it for you too. If you can tell, I'm trying to do it for you guys. Yeah, no, you sound very good.
All right. Thank you. So the Knights going to bat in the top of the 4th inning. They're going to send to the plate Gavin Boutel. Gavin Boutel is at second base. Got some help from the guys next door. Tell you what, a couple of these guys next door, you guys play football? Your football coach, Chris Meeks, he's cool. I do football and basketball. I'm crazy. My wife lets me. But you ever heard of Nick Zachary? Nick Zachary? Anyway, we went and did a game, and Chris Meeks, we interviewed coaches before the game, 30 minutes. Then he checked out the game after. He emailed me Saturday, said he listened to the whole game, was real happy with it. He's a cool dude. He's a year young or older than me. Huh? Yeah. For Tipton. And pardon? First pitch comes in away, ball 1 to Boutel.
This year for 8 years I did girls Huskies. But their coach resigned, and that's what I was looking for. I'm not gonna do it again. That's effort. I did 58 basketball games this year.
Be a base hit, center field. Boutel going to float one in, actually going to on the ground. Picked up there by center fielder Case and Shanley. Boutel gets aboard with a base hit. So stepping back in, 3rd time at the plate in this ball game, number 9, Hudson Gutwine. Right-handed batter's box, peering in, looking at the signals. Back in the ball game, that's good. Caden Armstrong back on the rubber. Pickoff move, first base, back safely, head first. Tag was applied by Marlowe. Right-handed batter's box, Hudson Gutwine. Peering in, looking at signals. Caden Armstrong out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Above the zone, just barely. Ball 1. So wind's whipping a little bit right here, but that's okay. Working from a stretch, now the set. Here's the pitch. Short hop the glove, good block. Get it laterally to his right, taking off for second base. Can make it standing up. It's Boutel. Not sure if that'll go in the book as a stolen base. Gavin Boutel on the season has 1 stolen base. That might be 2. He has not been thrown out. Out of the set, check second base. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. So Hudson Gutwine, 2 balls, 1 strike. Right-handed batter's box. Hudson Gutwine got 14 hits on the season. 13 are singles. He has 1 double. Here comes the pitch. Outside a ball. Hudson Gutwine, 4 RBI. He is the 1 hitter. He scored 18 runs. He's been walked 8 times. Knights playing in their 15th ball game of the season. Pitch comes in low. Good block by the catcher, Jackson Jones. Ball 4, he'll jog to first base. Timeout on the diamond. Coach is going to walk out. Jared Courtney going to walk out, talk to his infield. And we'll finish this up for AGM Auto. AGM Auto will mention whether it's a routine oil change or the need for the expertise of an experienced AGM technician. AGM wants you to be safe and to stay safe on the road in your automobile. A second type of service offered at AGM Auto, classic car and classic truck restoration. If you still have that older car or truck out back, or maybe it's in the barn covered up with a tarp, AGM has a passion to reveal the underlying beauty of each and every restoration project they begin. 317-984-5283. Stepping into bat, Lucas Gerke. Lucas Gerke, the first baseman. Out of the set, first pitch from Armstrong. Good block there. Kept it in front of him. Jackson Jones kind of moved laterally by that time, taking third base. is Boutel. So runners at second and third base for the Knights. Nobody out. Top of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. Low and away. Ball 2. Lucas Gerke wears number 10. He's a junior class member. He's played in all 14 games. 50 plate appearances, 34 at-bats. He's batting .265 in that left-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Got over the head of Caden Armstrong. He made a stab at it. It goes into center field. And 2 runs are going to come in to score. It's going to be Gavin Boutel and Hudson Gutwine. So a 2 RBI single off the bat of Lucas Gerke. 1 aboard for the Knights. At first base is Gerke stepping in. The 3-hitter, Caden Minnick. Caden Minnick plays right field for the Knights. Out of set, pickoff move. First base, tag applied, back safely head first is Gerke. Step back in the rubber. Peer in, look at signals. Long peer, now out of the set. Caden Armstrong. Here comes the pitch. Healthy cut, swing and a miss. Caden Minnick. No balls, 1 strike. Caden Minnick on the season. 14 games, 56 at-bats, 48 official at-bats. He's batting .292 and .393 on base. Pitch comes in tight for a ball. Count goes 1-1. Stealing second base on the pitch is Lucas Gerke. Lucas Gerke now has 4 stolen bases. He's been caught stealing 1 time. Working out a set. Here comes a pickoff move. Nobody there. Pickoff move timing, not a problem. He'll step back in the rubber. Does Caden Armstrong. Left-handed batter, Caden Minnick. Pitch comes in. He'll pop 1 up. Float it to center field. Going to get a beat under it is Cason Shanley. Shanley makes a catch. Trying to tag from second base. A bit of a fake tag right there from Gerke. Lucas Gerke stays at second. And there's 1 out on the diamond. Next batter going to step in. It's going to be Bryn Robbins. Bryn Robbins, center fielder. Bryn Robbins batting .419 on the season, .490 on base percentage. Out of the set, here comes the pitch from Armstrong. Low and away, ball 1. Bryn Robbins, 18 hits, 14 are singles. He has 4 doubles. Bryn Robbins, second on the team with 13 RBI, right behind Minnick, Caden Minnick. Here's the pitch, just above the zone. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Robbins. Robbins has scored 14 runs on the season. Robbins been hit by pitch once. He has 6 stolen bases. Been caught stealing once. Pickoff move, nonchalant to second base. Back safely. Lucas Gerke at second base. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch. Low for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. Let's see if Bryn Robbins has a green light. Likely he does not. Working out a stretch, now the set. Pickoff move, second base. Nonchalant, back safely is Lucas Gerke. 8-2 contest. Top of the 4th inning. Knights batting, 2 out. I take that back, 1 out on the diamond. Here comes the pitch. Pop 1 right side. He had a green light. It'd be a foul ball. Catcher couldn't quite clean it. And I'm not sure he had a true green light because there was conversation happening. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 8-2 contest. Lucas Gerke is at second base. He stole second base. He got a 2 RBI single. Stepping back in, Bryn Robbins. He'll tap the plate.
Peering in, looking at signals, out of the stretch. Caden Armstrong. Armstrong, here comes the pitch. The pop one, foul ball, straight back, out of play. 3-2 count. 4-hitter for the Knights, Bryn Robbins. He'll step back in, a little bit of a closed stance, I should say. Out of the stretch, now the set, Caden Armstrong. Here comes the pitch to Robbins. They'll strike him out. They call that a strike. And he'll jog back to the dugout in disbelief. And I kind of join him. So there are 2 out here in the inning. Stepping in, Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane, 3rd time at the plate. 51 plate appearances, 41 at-bats entering the ballgame. First pitch, swing and miss. Jackson Kane, 5'10", 195. Batting .220, .333 on base. He's got 10 hits on the season. Here's the pitch. Above the zone, ball 1. Count goes 1-1. So Jackson Kane, 10 hits, 6 are singles, 3 are doubles. He homered in his first at-bat this evening. Here comes the pitch. He's going to pop this one skyward. Is it going to be playable? Third baseline, foul territory. Not sure. It might have landed in playable territory, but it hits the surface. It's just a high strike off the bat of Jackson Kane. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out. Top of the 4th inning. Rensselaer Central High School. Tomorrow they're supposed to play again at Central Catholic. We'll see if that can happen. We'll hope so. Out of the set, here's the pitch. Taken off for third base. Foul ball. Foul ball. It's going to be a drop third. My air. It was not touched by the bat. Gerke might be in a pickle. He gets back safely to third base. That was a drop third strike. I thought it was a foul ball. It caromed off the catcher's gear. Might have been the glove. But Jackson Kane makes it safe. Makes it safe to first base. And Lucas Gerke's lucky to get back to third base. So runners on the corners. Stepping in, Keaton Brooks. Keaton Brooks, DH in today's ball game. Steps in, left-handed batter's box. Going to pitch from the windup. Nope, going to turn around, pitch from the stretch. I thought he'd have to work his way back off. Uh-oh. Had movement there. Just a little bit of a balk there, but enough to call it. So jogging in from third base is Gerke. Going to score the third run in the inning. Knights were held scoreless in the third inning. Max Preps tells me that that's their highest point total in the third inning, 3.3 runs, but not today. Stepping in, swung on, second base, couple of hops fielded there. And he'll throw over to first base, get the put out with Daniel Marlowe. And Woodema is at second base. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they get the put out. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. And I will also mention this game is in part being brought to you by your home away from home. Do you sometimes wonder how relaxing it would be to take your family to Florida, but you don't have a place to stay? Well, you can enjoy that home away from home in Davenport, Florida. Enjoy a 4-bedroom, 4.5-bath spacious townhome with a private pool, available for short-term or long-term stays. Davenport, Florida is a vacation destination in northeastern Polk County, close proximity to the Walt Disney theme park in Orlando. And if you enjoy the warm sand and the sunny beaches, just 90 minutes separate you from Cocoa Beach, Clearwater Beach, Daytona Beach, and New Smyrna beaches. You and your family could jump on a plane or hop in a car. When you get to Davenport, Florida, there you are. You can direct your emails to 353captiva@gmail.com. Again, you can direct your emails for inquiry to 353-CAPTIVA@gmail.com. Again, that's 353 CAPTIVA @gmail.com. So get some final warm-up tosses. Knight's going with the left-handed pitcher. Getting warmed up right there. Jackson King going to do the warm-ups now. He jogs in from putting his gear on. Working it right there. And the Knight's going with a middle relief. Middle relief in the ball game is Preston Renback. Preston Renback, he's a freshman class member, 6'3", 155. And Preston Renback getting ready to pitch his first ever varsity pitch to this first batter in the bottom of the fourth. And it is number 10, Diego Hernandez Reyes. So stepping in, right-handed batter, Reyes. Reyes bats in the 8th spot. Where's number 10? First pitch from Renback. Strike called. Number 8, freshman Preston Renback, pitching for the Knights. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch. Right down meridian, strike called. So no balls, 2 strikes. Reyes steps back in. Reyes, a member of the junior class. Pitch comes in, short hops the glove, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Work his way back in. Get that right foot planted in that right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in. They call it a ball. Count goes even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, just foul. Just foul of third base. Wow, that ball was scorching. Be a hard ball to handle for any third baseman if that had been fair. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's step back in. Diego Hernandez Reyes. Here comes the pitch from Renback. Gonna pop one up. Playable. Called by the second baseman, Gavin Boutel. He'll make the catch. The back of the dirt. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Center fielder number 11.
Next batter going to step in, the 9-hitter number 11, Kaysen Shanley, playing center field in this ball game. Kaysen Shanley, a member of the junior class, listed as an outfielder, steps in, right-handed batter's box. Here comes the first pitch from Preston Renback. Inside, a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 6'3", 155, Preston Renback. Here comes the pitch. Pitch ends up outside and tall, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch from Renback. Outside a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. Kaysen Shanley. Probably a take pitch in his vocabulary. Peering in, looking at signals out of the wind. Here's the pitch. Outside edge, strike called. Count goes 3-1. Steps back in, right-handed batter's box. 3-1 pitch, might be a good one. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Above the zone, ball 4. So Shanley gets aboard with the base on balls. 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. Next batter is going to be the 1-hitter for the Bombers, Caden Rowland. Caden Rowland, pretty good sized young man. Probably been in that weight room, working out a stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch to Rowland, Swing and a miss. No balls, one strike. Caden Rowland, shortstop for Coach Courtney. Out of the set, checks first base. Pickoff move, first base, nonchalant. Tag applied by Lucas Gerke. And back safely is Shanley. Stepping back in, right-handed batter's box. Peering in, looking at signals. Now out of the set is Renback. Double set. Here comes the pitch. Outside a ball. Preston Renback looks like he's becoming a bit more comfortable. If he wasn't at the beginning of his first pitch. Out of the set, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner at first base for the Bombers. 8-2 contest. Out of the set, Renback. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball. Back out of play. So Rowland going to stay in that box once again with the 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, steps back in. Peering in, looking at signals, out of the stretch. Now the set for Renback. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball, base hit between third and shortstop. Goes into left field, picked up by Isaac Suppinger. So that was a long at-bat. It was a quality at-bat from Caden Rowland. And the Bombers have 2 aboard, first and second base. Next batter going to step in. 2-hitter, number 1, Jace O'Neill. Jace O'Neill, 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the box. Looking at signals, not many given. Peering in, looking at signals. Jackson Kane, the catcher, signals. Out of the set, Renback checks second base. Here's the pitch. First pitch across the dish. Knee high, strike called. Jace O'Neill, a right-handed batter's box batter. Where's number 1? He's an infielder and an outfielder. He's a senior. Here comes the pitch. Going to pop one up. Playable, going to right field. Caden Minnick going to get underneath it. They're going to tag at second. Fake tag. The throw comes into third base. That throw would have came into second base. It would have been interesting. 2 outs on the diamond. Next batter going to step in, number 8, Caden Armstrong. Caden Armstrong, pitcher of record. Steps in, right-handed batter. Caden Armstrong, senior class member. He also plays infield along with pitching. Out of the set, checks second. First pitch to Armstrong. Foul back to the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Caden Armstrong has played in all 12 games. Caden Armstrong, 33 plate appearances, 27 at-bats. He's got an on-base percentage above .330. Working from a stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch. Back to our curveball. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Little bit of a windy day. Got up to about 66 degrees. Here's the pitch. Above the zone. Ball 2. Am I wrong? Is it 1-1? Is it 1-1? Okay. 2 balls, 1 strike. Peering in, looking at signals. Renback, here's the 2-1. Swung on. Going to be foul territory. Is it going to be playable? Yes. Lucas Gerke fights the Wrigley Field wind and makes the catch. So 3 outs. And then the Bombers leave a couple on base after 4 completes. Knights 9. Bombers 2. I think I said 8-2 in that half inning. It is 9-2. Knights have got 3 in 3 innings of play, but not any in the 3rd. So we'll go to the top of the fifth inning. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment since 1955. You can find him at reynoldsfarmequipment.com, your Central Indiana equipment dealer, serving customers in the community since 1955. Reynolds Farm Equipment, family owned and operated. Reynolds Farm Equipment supplies farmers, landscapers, contractors, and homeowners of Central Indiana with a full line of new and used John Deere products, parts, and service for agriculture, residential, and commercial construction equipment. Hours of operation at Reynolds Farm Equipment, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 12 noon. They're closed on Sunday. We'll also mention you can stop by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Right there inside, you'll find Titus Bakery and Deli. You can enjoy breakfast and or lunch. Titus Bakery and Deli, they're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. On Saturday, they're open 7 a.m. to 12 noon. We'll mention Reynolds Farm Equipment, located right there at 1451 East 276th Street, Atlanta, Indiana. It's rural Indiana, rural Atlanta, Indiana. We'll mention it's along US 31 in northern Hamilton County, right there at the 276th Street over and under. That's not been completed for too awful long now, less than a year. But it makes it a little bit nicer. It just takes you a little longer to get around the roundabouts at the top of it. So they tap gloves out there to pitchers rubber, do the Bombers, and they go back to their normal positions. Stepping into bat for the Knights, number 30, Gus Sandberg. First pitch from Armstrong is upstairs, ball one. Gus Sandberg, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He'll step back in. Right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. Inside and tight, nearly got him. Up around the pectoral region. Count goes 2-0. We're going to step back in. Number 30, Gus Sandberg, member of the sophomore class. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Low and away, ball three. Sandberg waiting for a pitch he can swing at. Probably not going to swing at this one. Here comes a 3-0 pitch. Right down meridian, strike called. Gus thought it might have been inside. Count goes 3-1. He'll step back in, straightaway stance. Working from the wind up, here comes the 3-1. High and inside. He had to get out of the way of that one. It's ball four. He hustles down to first base. Ball did get by the catcher, just in case. So stepping in to bat, one aboard is Gus Sandberg's. Next batter to line up, the 8-hitter for the Knights. Number 41, Isaac Suppinger. Left-handed batter's box. Armstrong thought he was going to pitch from the windup. You realized it. Stepped off, stepped back in, stretch. Alisette, first pitch to Suppinger. He'll take it to center field. Could be right at him. Line shot. Looked like that ball might bounce in there. But Suppinger, not very much air under it, but a nice catch made by Cason Shanley in center field. So one out on the diamond. One aboard for the Knights at first base. Gus Sandberg. Stepping into bat is Gavin Boutel. Gavin Boutel, third baseman for the Knights. Pickoff move, Armstrong. No tag applied by Marlowe. Back safely, standing up is Sandberg. Stepping back in, Gavin Boutel. Gavin Boutel, he's played in all 14 games. He's batting .368. He'll take one to center field. It's got some air underneath it. And Jalen records out number 2 in center field. So one aboard, 2 out. Next batter is the one hitter for the Knights. He's the only leadoff batter in this game. That information told to me by the Hamilton Heights coach, Coach Holly. He coached there at Hamilton Heights for 11 years. He had and a winning record. Pitch comes in above the zone, ball one. Right-handed batter's box. Number 9, Hudson Gutwein. Several signals given by Coach Bourdais. A little bit of a quick pitch here. They're allowing it. Pitch comes in, swing and a miss. Sliding in to second base. Stolen base, Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg now has 2 stolen bases on the season. He has yet to be thrown out. 1 ball, 1 strike out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Above the zone, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 out on the diamond. Knights batting in the top of the 5th. A 9-2 contest. Here comes the pitch from Armstrong. You're going to float one. Playable? We'll find out. It's going to be in foul territory. Is it going to be playable? It's going to bounce. It's going to land in playable territory, but a long way to run by the left fielder. And that was number 10, Diego Hernandez Reyes. That's a long way to run. So Hudson Gutwein living dangerously. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second base for the Knights is Gus Sandberg. Stepping into bat again is Gutwein, 2-2 count. Working from a stretch, Caden Armstrong. Now the set. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So the Knights are out of the inning. They leave 1 aboard at second base. Knights come up with no runs in the top of the 5th. After 4.5, Knights 9, Bombers 2. And we'll also mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Sign Production. Sign Production, a business with a good sign, is a sign of good business. Computer generated, painted, and sandblasted signs, billboard advertising, large format signage, vehicle graphics and lettering, banners and window lettering. Sign Production since 1985. You can reach Sign Production by telephone. You can reach them by dialing 317-946-2424, or you can text them at that same number, 317-946-2424. And we'll also mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Camino and Company. That's Camino-and-company.com. Camino and Company is in downtown Noblesville, Indiana. Camino and Company is a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers, small business partners, and the CNC founders. Their mascot is a 1984 El Camino, which belongs to Carly Elbrett's grandpa. The El Camino is a super sport. The goal of Camino and Company is to please each customer from their concept to the completion by Camino and Company. Again, you can find them on the web at camino-and-company.com. Stepping in, first pitch, bottom of the 5th, outside of ball. In the batter's box, 4-hitter number 9, Caden Webb. Caden Webb got himself aboard with a base hit last time up. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. Still pitching on the rubber there is number 8, Preston Renback. Looks like Renback has a bit of a tail in his pitch. One would think it'd be a screwball. They're going to call this one outside edge, strike called. Left-handed pitcher. Looks like he's getting a bit of a tail. Maybe it's the wind, not sure. But a natural tail, natural screwball. Hey, that ain't bad. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First batter, bottom of the 5th inning, Caden Webb for the Bombers. Looking over the glove, peering in. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Going to be hit by pitch. So he's going to jog down to first base. Caden Webb, that 2-2 count. He's going to do the running for himself. He'll remove the batting gloves. Keep them clean. Batting gloves are precious. You don't want dusty batting gloves. I see some people wearing them to run bases. Some people have 2 sets of gloves. Working out a stretch. Preston Renback. Next batter is Daniel Marlowe. First pitch comes in outside a ball. Daniel Marlowe, the first baseman. He has been quite busy in today's contest. Stepping back in. Number 4, Daniel Marlowe. Peering in, looking at signals. Now the stretch, now the set. Preston Renback checks first again. Here's the pitch. Outside edge, going to call it a strike. Sometimes the umpire would just give a little bit of encouragement to the pitcher when the count's at the proper position. Working out a set. Here comes the pitch. Outside a ball. Looked like a tailing pitch there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Daniel Marlowe batting here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner at first base is Caden Webb. He got hit by pitch. Pitch comes in above his home. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Out of the box, getting a little practice swing there. A little check swing, steps back in. Daniel Marlowe, 3-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Going to call outside edge again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Difficult pitch to hit. Sometimes you need a 44-inch bat to reach that strike zone. Working out a stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Inside and low, ball 4. Bases occupied at first and second for the Bombers. Bottom of the 5th. Next batter, the 6th hitter, number 24, Riker Woodema. Woodema playing second base position in this contest. Working out a stretch. Now the set. Check second base. Does Renback. Here's the pitch. Short hops the glove. Nice block by Jackson Kane. He wants timeout. Home plate umpire grants it. Home plate umpire. We're going to switch a baseball with him. Probably some dirt in the seams of that one. Got some brick dust around home plate. A little bit of brick dust around the pitcher's mound. And the infield is dirt. But that brick dust, almost worth its weight in gold sometimes. So, balls made live. Runner at first and second base. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th. 1 ball, no strikes. To Marlowe. Here comes the pitch. Outside a ball. Take that back. It's Woodema. Riker Woodema in the batter's box. 2 balls, no strikes. Steps in the rubber. Peering in, looking at signals. Preston Renback. Out of the set, checks second base. A double set for Renback. Here comes the pitch. Outside edge. Strike called. Legitimate outside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike. Right-handed batter, Riker Woodema. Out of the set, checks second. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. Jackson Kane cleans it. Jackson might have got his fingertips close to that baseball. Looks like he's shaking it off. 3 balls, 1 strike. Peering in, looking at signals. Preston Renback out of the set, checks second base. Here comes the nope, will step off the back. He's going to restart. He has that opportunity. We did see the Tipton Blue Devil pitcher step off 3 times in a row. That was different. Out of set, checks second base. Here's the pitch. Outside of ball 4. So bases are all occupied by the Bombers. Nobody out. Coach Bourdonnais going to walk out, talk with his infield. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com. FritzandFishers.com. They buy, sell, trade, and they'll help you with your financing. We'll also mention they've been in business since 1983, working above 40 years. FritzandFishers.com. They have quality cars, trucks, and SUVs, preferred low mileage and one owner automobiles. They have 2 Hamilton County locations. One is in Fishers, 8599 East 116th Street. Their second location, Noblesville, along State Road 32, between Noblesville and Westfield. And you can find them there at 317-773-2232. You can visit them online or stop by. It's fritzandfishers.com, FRITZ. Stepping into bat, number 15, 7-hitter Jackson Jones does the catching for the Bombers. Bases loaded, nobody out. Preston Renback out of stretch, now the set. Renback's first pitch to Jones. He checks his swing. It's outside edge, strike called. Right-handed batter's box. Jackson Jones has 3 ducks on the pond, my dad would say. Out of the set, Renback, here's the pitch. Inside and tight, going to bounce, going to get away from Jackson Kane, laterally to his left. Runners stay put at their bases. Preston Renback was covering the plate well. They leave bases loaded. No, not going to risk it. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 5th. Peering in, looking at signals. Preston Renback. Out of the set, checks first. Nobody holding him on. Here comes the set. Here's the pitch. Outside edge, swing and a miss. Going to be a foul tip in the glove. Still a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Steps back in. Jackson Jones. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of stretch, now the set. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Renback. Swung on, swing and a miss. Another foul tip, but it goes in the glove, which constitutes a strikeout. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Stepping into bat, it's going to be the 8-hitter, number 10, Diego Hernandez Reyes. Reyes, right-handed batter, pitching from the stretch. Now the set. Preston Renback, first pitch to Reyes, taken for a strike. 1 strike on Reyes, no balls, 1 strike. 1 out, bases loaded for the Bombers. Bottom of the 5th, out of the set position. Preston Renback, here's the pitch. Above the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Out of the box, now he'll step back in. Peering in, looking at signals. Preston Renback out of the stretch, now the set. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Reyes. Swung on, ground ball, third base. Gus Sandberg steps on it, throws across the diamond. Didn't get the out at first. But the fielder's choice is recorded. There's an out recorded by Gus Sandberg. A nice hop in his glove at third base, steps on the bag, throws across the diamond. But Reyes is safe at first. So 2 outs on the diamond. Runners at first and second. But the run comes in to score as Reyes records an RBI. It's a 9-3 contest. Bottom of the 5th inning. Peering in, looking at signals. Now out of the stretch, the set position. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. They're going to check, see if he went. They said he did. So Jackson Kane asked to check. They did. And seat position umpire called the strike, right-handed batter. So he must have went pretty far. No balls, 1 strike. 2 runners aboard, first and second. Renback is a pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. In the batter's box, number 11, Kason Shanley. The center fielder, he's played a good center field position in this ball game. Right-handed batter. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes a pitch from Renback. Above the zone, ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Steps out, steps back in. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Bottom of the 5th, 1-2 count to Shanley. Here comes the pitch from Renback. Outside a ball. 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cason Shanley, number 11. It's a junior class member. Cason Shanley. Out of the set. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ride down Meridian and strike him out looking. So Renback records a KL in the book. So after 5 complete, Knights 9, Bombers 3. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by PutMeInSports.com. Put Me in Sports, internet radio sports since 2008. Happy to support education-based high school varsity sports. Baseball in the spring, Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. Football in the fall, Tipton Blue Devils football. Basketball in the winter, Tipton Blue Devils boys basketball. We'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. When you're thinking about residential or corporate relocations, you know a perfect house can soon become a perfect home. And Lisa Stokes Bear would like nothing more than to utilize her 20 plus years of experience to help you begin that process. Yes, real estate reliability is something a professional real estate agent and or real estate broker strives for, such as Lisa Stokes Bear. Your happiness and her success are two of the same. For the real estate lady with the high real estate IQ, contact Lisa Stokes Bear by cellular phone or by text message 317-513-4086. Again, her number is 317-513-4086. That's Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. On the pitcher's rubber right now for the Bombers is number 11, Cason Shanley. Cason Shanley moves in from center field for short relief here in the top of the 6th inning. Cason Shanley, number 11. He enters this ball game with 8 innings under his belt. He is making appearance number 4. He has not started a game as a pitcher, and he has faced 45 batters thus far this season. Going to throw one down to second base. Jackson Jones, frozen rope to shortstop, Caden Rowland. Stepping in for the Knights to bat here in the top of the 6th inning is going to be Lucas Gerke. 2-hitter for the Knights, Lucas Gerke. He's a junior class member. He's played in all 14 games. 50 plate appearances, 34 at-bats. Entering this game, 265 batting average in that left-handed batter's box. He's got a 500 on-base percentage. First pitch from Shanley, just a bit upstairs. Ball 1, just above the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Just step back in. Lucas Gerke. Here comes the wind and the pitch. A short hop the glove. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Home plate umpire checks on the catcher, Jackson Jones. He's okay. That's just a cordial thing to do. 2 balls, no strikes. Left-handed batter Lucas Gerke. Here's the pitch. Outside of ball. Cason Shanley has some velocity. That ball came in, tapped the glove pretty hard. 3-0 count to Gerke. Here's the pitch. Short hops the glove. He'll jog down to first base. So next batter going to step in for the Knights. Number 20, Caden Minnick. Caden Minnick, right fielder. Caden Minnick, 5'11", 160. 56 plate appearances, 48 at-bats. 292 batting average in that left-handed batter's box. 393 on base percentage. Out of the set for Shanley. Here's the pitch. Short hops the glove. Good stop by Jackson Jones. Cade Minnick, 14 hits on the season, 12 are singles, 2 are doubles, 16 RBI. And now the set, here's the pitch. Outside a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Cade Minnick, he scored 13 runs thus far on the season, 6 walks. And then he's been hit by pitch twice. Hit by pitch 9 times last season. Here comes the pitch. Outside, going to get back to the screen. Taking off for second base, standing up is Lucas Gerke. Caden Minnick, 3-0 count. I believe, yes, 3-0 count on Caden Minnick. Caden Minnick going to have to take a strike, and if he's going to see another one. So we're going to have a stretch. Now the set might be the take signal. Here it comes, high for ball 4. So Caden Minnick, not an opportunity to swing a bat in that at bat, but he'll jog to first base. And Caden Minnick going to pick up walk number 7. And the next batter with 2 aboard for the Knights is Bren Robbins. Bren Robbins steps in. Out of the set, Shanley first pitch to Robbins. Low for a ball. It's 1-0. So Bren Robbins, right-handed batter's box. He stepped back in. 2 aboard for the Knights, first and second base. Working out a stretch, now the set. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Bren Robbins, senior class member. Bren Robbins, as mentioned, leads the team in hits. He has 18 entering the game. Pitch comes in, strike called. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 6th inning, a 9-3 contest. Working out a stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Inside a ball. 3-1 count. Bren Robbins might see his best pitch in this at-bat with this next offering from Shanley. Out of the set. Check second base. Here's the pitch. Outside and low, ball 4. So they'll move around. The bases are going to be all occupied by the Knights. Bases loaded. Next batter going to step in, Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane, a good swing in that first at-bat. Jackson Kane trying to get another base hit, have a multiple hit ball game. Out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in, must have been above the thigh. Looking at trying to view that hand over fist strike zone. If it's not hand over fist, it's probably a ball. A little bit high. Here comes the 1-0. Short hops the glove. Nice stop again by Jackson Jones. Jackson Kane, step back in. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of stretch, Cason Shanley. Here comes the pitch. Inside and low. Ball 3. Nowhere to put him. 3 balls, no strikes. Take pitch for Jackson Kane. How the set. Here comes the pitch. Ball 4. So Jackson's going to jog down to first base. Coming in to score from third base for the Knights is Lucas Gerke. And timeout on the diamond. Coach Courtney going to walk out, talk with his infield. And again, we do thank you for tuning in. And I will mention, this game is in part being brought to you by Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage. Indoor, outdoor storage with flex storage availability. You can call to reserve space for that safe and secure storage space location. Indoor storage for your boats, RVs, or your precious automobiles. They have outdoor storage always available. To contact Arcadia Industrial Park and Self-Storage, simply go online at www.aipsindiana.com or dial them at 317-774-1500. Stepping into bat for the Knights, 34, Keaton Brooks, left-handed batter's box. Your first pitch, still in the ball game. Shanley, first pitch, strike called. So Kason Shanley throws a strike first pitch after the coach talks with him. Working out a stretch, now the set. Infield is in. Swung on, ground ball in the infield. Fielded at first base. Was going to make a throw to the plate, but nobody home. So he came to his knees there, made a good short hop stop. Daniel Marlowe wanted to throw it home, but not available. So run comes in to score. Knights have 11. 11-3 contest, top of the 6th inning. Bases still loaded. The next batter in the lineup, we're going to see Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg playing third base in this ball game. We're going to have a stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. I believe Sandberg walked last time at the plate. I'm not keeping a book. Steps back in, right-handed batter's box. We're going to have a stretch. Now the set for Shanley. Here's the pitch to Sandberg. Full swing, foul ball, left of third base, left of Coach Bourdonnais. Coach Bourdonnais elected not to make a try at it with that right hand. You can pop a blood vessel. Working from a stretch, now the set. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Checks his swing and a call inside strike. Sometimes if that ball's close to a strike, an umpire has easier opportunity to call a strike if you check the swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sandberg. Here's the pitch. You take one over second base. Second base was in. That might have been caught at regular second base depth. Coming in to score a couple of runs. Sandberg picks up 2 RBI on that base hit to right field. So runners on the corners. Knights have 13 on the board. 13-3 contest. Top of the 6th inning. Stepping into bat, Isaac Suppinger. Step 1 foot in, 1 foot out. As Kason Shanley adjusts his mitt. Tucks something in the back right pocket. He'll step in now. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Above the zone, just above the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out. Top of the 6th. Working out a stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch to Suppinger. Outside half. Strike called. No balls. 2 strikes on the board. Out of the set. Here's the pitch. High for ball 2. Stepping back in. Here comes a pitch from Shanley. Foul ball. I don't know.
Them going with 0.
Okay. Step back in. Peering in. Looking at signals. Now out of the set. Here comes the pitch to Suppinger. Swing and miss. So he'll head back to the dugout or jog back. Runners on the corners. One out on the diamond. Peering in, looking at signals. Kason Shanley, relief pitcher here in the 6th. Here comes the pitch. Inside, ball 1. They throw to second base on the steal. And they're going to throw back to snap throw to third base, gets by the third baseman. Coming in to score, going to slide in there is Keaton Brooks. So Keaton Brooks in to score. Knights put a run on the board. 14-3. Gus Sandberg moves around to third base. Last time Gus Sandberg tried to get to third base, he got caught just about 10 feet from the bag, but he makes it this time. So 1 out. So 1 ball, no strikes. Gavin Boutel batting for the Knights outside, ball 2. Gavin Boutel, 17, he's a senior. Has played in all 14 games. Batting average of .368. He's got 14 hits. They're all singles. Out of the set, here's the pitch. High above the zone, ball 3. Shanley throwing some good velocity. I would guess high 70s, at least mid 70s. We're going to stretch now the set. Checks third. Here comes the 3-0. Low for ball 4. Gavin Boutel jogs down to first base. So next batter in the lineup is going to be number 9, Hudson Gutwein. Hudson Gutwein going to bat with 2 aboard for the Knights, first and third base. Shanley going to step in. Hudson Gutwein, junior class member, batting .350. Now right-handed batter's box. First pitch outside and high, ball 1. Hudson Gutwein on base percentage of .509. He's got 14 hits, 13 are singles. He has 1 double. We're going to stretch now the set. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Right across the dish, inside half. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hudson Gutwein has 4 RBI on the season. Possibility of getting another. Gutwein has scored 18 runs this season. Ball comes in outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Gutwein. He has walked 8 times. He got hit by a pitch earlier in this game. He has 7 hit by pitches. Out of set, here comes a pitch from Shanley. Swung on, ground ball, third base. He cleans it. You throw to second base, they'll get 1. So they went 5-4 and then couldn't get him at first base. One of the opportunities, when you hit into a ground ball, possible 2, I guess a double play, you got to run it out at first base, try to break that up, and Hudson Gutwein did just that. Gutwein picks up an RBI. Gus Sandberg comes in to score from third base. So fielder's choice, Gutwein is the only base runner. 2 outs. Swung on. Lucas Gerke fouls it back out of play, left side. No balls, 1 strike. Lucas Gerke, .265 batting average, .500 on base percentage. Lucas Gerke has 12 RBI. Here's the pitch. Inside edge, strike called. Count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out. Top of the 6th inning. Working out a stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Going to get by the catcher. Going to go back to the screen, taking second base is Hudson Gutwein. Thought about going to third. Probably just a long bluff there. Goes back to second base. So stepping back in, Lucas Gerke. 3-2 count. 3-2 count, left-handed batter. Lucas Gerke wears number 10. Here comes the pitch. Low for a ball. And that might be the 3rd ball right there. But that's okay. You guys are doing great. Don't get me wrong.
Don't listen to me, man.
So left-handed batter. Here we go. 3-2 pitch. Here comes the pitch. Foul 1 back out of play. And we'll see if the umpire can help us out here. 2-2. 2-2. And so we're wearing a tutu. Not really. But anyway, out of the set, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Inside and tight, ball 3.
See, we're right all along. That's pretty cute.
So taking third base on the pitch is Gutwein. Gutwein picks up another stolen base. Gutwein has 9 stolen bases on the season. He's yet to be thrown out. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Tight for ball 4. So Lucas Berkey jogs down to first base. Runners on the corners. Cade Minnick going to step in. Looking for signals, none given. He'll step in, 2 out. Top of the 6th inning. Knights have 6 runs in here in the 6th. It's a 15-3 contest. So checking wristband, puts it back in. Kason Shanley peering in and looking at signals. Now out of the set. Here comes the pitch to Minnick. Outside edge, strike called. 1 foot in, 1 foot out, a step back in. Runners on the corners for the Knights. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. High and away, ball 1. 1-1 count to Minnick. Caden Minnick, 14 hits on the season. Here comes the set. Here comes the pitch. Inside edge, strike call. Might have been inside half. Count goes 1-2. Caden Minnick only needs 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball, right side. First baseman will pick it up out by the Knights dugout. So Caden's going to step back in. That 1-2 count. Caden Minnick has 12 singles. He has 2 doubles. He has 16 RBI. Here comes the 1-2. Again, inside a ball. Going to get by the catcher coming in to score from third base. Sliding feet first is Gutwein. So runner at first base for the Knights. Going to dust the dish off there after Gutwein slides in at home. So Caden Minnick, number 20, senior class member. Caden Minnick has been a viable asset in right field since he was a sophomore. Caden Minnick caught one as a sophomore over there at LaPorte in the bottom of the 7th inning. That was big. Here comes the pitch. Inside and tight. They're going to strike him out, say that was a strike. So he'll go back to the dugout, and the Knights, I think, pick up 7. They pick up 7 here in the 6th inning. It's a 16-3 contest. The Bombers are going to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. And again, we do thank you for tuning in. Tell you what, we'll talk to these gentlemen right here. I tell you what, talk to these guys. You're all baseball players, right?
Yeah.
What position you play?
Third and I pitch.
Third and you pitch. Any of you guys getting ready to come back from the DL?
I could potentially be back, but normally I start center field.
That sounds good. You guys are tall enough. You probably got to be pitchers. How about you?
I pitch, catch, and play the outfield.
That sounds good. I know you probably pitch.
Yeah, I pitch. I play first.
I tell you what, you guys are doing a good job over there. But how about the basketball team? You guys participate in that?
I've had 3 knee surgeries, so I do not play basketball.
Yeah, I play. I'm on varsity.
What position do you play?
I don't really know. I'm usually the bigger guard. It doesn't really matter.
Did you see the Pacers play last night? Because I didn't. They played, but I didn't see them play.
I didn't see him play either.
They got beat by about 18 by the Bucks in the first game of the postseason. But they're going to play them again. They have to play over there. Pacers was down by 22 when I looked there.
Really?
I don't want to say too much because Tyrese Halliburton, he thinks he's – but he's on the Olympic team.
He ain't very good, apparently.
No, he is real good. But I tell you what, that they got a good team. Their last game of the regular season, they beat the Hawks 157-115. Can you believe that? That's in 4 quarters.
Yeah, that's impressive. But us 4 juniors here, normally start varsity, but so our team is pretty young, and some of them just came back from not playing for a while, so we're kind of unexperienced and just trying to get in the groove of things here. But it's been a rough start, but I think we can come back and play somewhat decent.
I agree with you. You guys are pretty good sized young men, but I tell you what, you got to be having fun. You look like you need a razor.
Well, you got to keep the goatee growing,
That's coming to shape there, but you probably need a razor or a cat.
Yeah. Lick the whiskers right off, I guess.
I'm just teasing you. I'm glad you guys didn't let everybody know your names. Appreciate that. I don't let them know mine either. It doesn't matter. We're going to start up again. All right, stepping in. Bottom of the sixth inning, first batter is the one hitter, Caden Rowland. Caden Rowland, right-handed batter. Knights playing here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Stepping back in is Caden Rowland, shortstop. Peering over the glove. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. Still working at the pitcher's rubber is freshman number 8, Preston Renback, 6'3", 155. First opportunity to pitch in varsity baseball today. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-handed batter's box, Caden Rowland. Peering in over the glove. Jackson Kane. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball back to the screen. Caden Rowland in 12 ball games. Working well. 35 plate appearances, 28 at bats. He's batting above 200. It's 214. That ain't bad. When I was a senior, I was 212. Awful. But he's 214. Here comes the pitch. Backdoor curveball misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caden Rowland trying to get on base any way he can. Working out of the stretch. Working out of the windup. And peering over the glove. Here comes the pitch. Low for a ball. 3-2 count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Caden Rowland. He's an infielder. He's a catcher and a pitcher. Here comes a 3-2 pitch from Renback. Inside and tight, he'll jog down. Ball's going to get back to the screen. Actually, it's not Jackson Kane behind the dish. Not really sure with that strap on the back. Who is it? Who? 0? I don't think we have one. It might be 6, 9, 8. We'll have stepping back in. 2-hitter, Jace O'Neal. Here comes the pitch. Inside. Going to get by the glove. Taking second base. He was stealing on the pitch. Going to be a stolen base anyway. Caden Rowland is now at second base. So peering in, looking at signals. Out of the stretch. Preston Renback out of the set. He'll check second base. Hovering there at second is Butel. Here comes the pitch. Outside edge, strike called. In the batter's box, number 1 second hitter in the lineup, Jace O'Neal. Right fielder. Working out of the stretch. Now the set. Renback, here's the pitch. Low. Short off the glove. Pick it up behind him. And Caden Rowland is at third base. Renback going to ask for another baseball. So giving it a rub down right there, putting it in the glove. Preston Renback going to step back in the rubber. 2 balls, 1 strike. Out of the stretch, now the set. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to O'Neal. Outside a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Knights playing pretty much straight away to O'Neill. Out of the set. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, he'll foul it straight back.
Hey, the catcher and pitcher are brothers. Catcher and
Oh,
pitcher.
okay.
Preston.
I thought Cooper, that's a 7. They got italicized numbers. You know what italicized means? Italicized. Thank you for your help. So catching is number 7, Cooper Renback, the brother system. He's going to take a swing at it, going to second base. Soft line drive caught by Boutel. There's 1 out. Staying put at third base is Jace O'Neill. I take it back, is Caden Rowland. Caden Rowland play football? It looks like he does. What's your play? Let's step into bat. Caden Armstrong. Caden Armstrong started pitching in this game. He went 5 innings. Right-handed batter's box. Caden Armstrong. Where's number 8? Senior class member. Working out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Third base. Gus Sandberg. He'll throw across the diamond. He'll get the put out at first base with Lucas Gerke, but an RBI off the bat of Caden Armstrong as Caden Rowland comes in to score. So next batter going to step in, number 9, Caden Webb. How'd you guys get 3 Cadens on your team? Huh? And they're all spelled differently. Really? Oh, that's good. I tell you what, Chris Meeks puts football team together every year, don't he? He's a good one. Really? He's a good one. So the Knights are going to go with a short relief here. So they're going to bring in Jack Reisman. Jack Reisman now doing the pitching. Jack Reisman wears number 31. He's senior class member. Jack Reisman, we'll mention, he has 5 innings under his belt. This is appearance number 6. He's faced 33 batters. He has thrown 134 pitches. He's allowed 8 hits, 11 runs. 6 of those runs were earned. He's walked 4, struck out 8. 5 of those strikeouts went down looking, and he's hit 3 batters along the way. So he's getting warmed up right now. Jack Reisman. And I tell you what, guys, I haven't known the forecast for up here because I'm like that's 100 miles. What's it going to do tomorrow? Is it going to rain? It's supposed to rain. I haven't looked yet. I tell you what, it's not fun rescheduling a conference game because they're hard to pinpoint in there. And it's a lot of effort because Central Catholic already has to play Twin Lakes May the 7th. So it's hard to get them in, but you got to get them in. Sometimes you got to erase one of your non-conference to fit it in. That's not fun. That's good. But you guys got a nice facility to play in.
It's decent.
I think it's good. It's better than where I played. I played on Check Swing Home Run Park. You know what that means? It's 300, 310, 300. Check swing it. The game ain't safe until the game's over. Is it? Terrible. So Jack's about ready to take on a batter. And here we go. Going to step in. It's going to be number 9, Caden Webb. Caden Webb, second baseman. Take that back. What am I playing second base? Caden Webb going to step in. Right-handed batter's box. Out of the set, Reisman. Reisman pitching from the stretch. Nobody on base. He's primarily a relief pitcher. First pitch comes in. Swing for a strike. 1-0 count. 0-1 count. Here comes the second pitch from Reisman. Breaking pitch. Finishes low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Step back in. Right-handed batter's box. Nobody aboard. Here comes a pitch. Outside edge, not been outside half, strike called. Caden Webb, 4-hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He only needs 1. Here comes a pitch. I'm going to strike him out. Going to call it outside edge, and that's going to complete today's ball game. We thank you for tuning in. We apologize for late arrival, and I'll try to be better on the time zone. But thank you for tuning in. Thank my wife back home for her text messages. Appreciate that. And tomorrow night, scheduled to be at Central Catholic. And tomorrow night is scheduled for a 6 o'clock start Eastern time. And weather permitting, we'll play tomorrow night. We thank the guys up here in the booth. They're really kind gentlemen. I hope they get back on the diamond quick, and I'm sure they do too. So until tomorrow, thank you for tuning in. No matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning.
Brian. Dalton. Dylan. DJ. Nice to meet you. Here, look here. I got you guys on here. There's Ryan. Yep. There's Dalton. Yep. What's that one? Dylan. I'm 3. Oh, no. You want to play tomorrow or what? I go to the doctor tomorrow, so we'll see. I get released. Yeah, and I have to practice. I have to have 8 practices before I come back. So 8 after your release? Yeah. Oh my God. I had shoulder surgery in February. Oh my God, you throwing one? Yeah, I tore my labrum. I stretched out my shoulder capsule in football. Oh my gosh. My knees hurt, but I umpire. And I put signs up. I make signs. And stomp it in a post with the mud around. Just hurt me that way. How old do they think? 55. So, thanks. That's close. You know, you get to win a prize. You're within 3 years. Like, do a little card won't pick you up. You guys are great. I'll appreciate that. I'll close the door. I'm sure Coach will be all right. But I'll be fine. We can stay up here. We're not in a big rush. We'll go down there.